I did not give permission for this thought to cross my mind, for I was married happily, or thought so at the time. I smiled and shook my head and didn't think it anymore. The thought was, there's the girl you came to California for. We must have vowed till death or inconvenience do we part, and now I've got a hole shaped like a woman in my heart. And here it is again, that thought I had so long ago. Was that fate or was it me? This time I need to know. I could fall in love with you, so easy and so hard, but I couldn't stand to take the chance I'd ever break your heart. I know there'll be no stopping me if I once let down my guard. I could fall in love with you so easy and so hard. The problem is my heart says you're the perfect love for me. That wouldn't be a problem if my head would just agree. The perfect love forever, I've done that once before. Forever was a dozen years, and perfect 3 or 4. And you deserve a fairy tale, a husband and a home. But castles aren't the only things with walls made out of stone. I've seen your heart get broken several times for one of mine, and I'll be damned if I'm the man who'll be the next in line. I could fall in love with you so easy and so hard, but I couldn't stand to take the chance I'd ever break your heart. I know there'll be no stopping me if I once let down my guard. I could fall in love with you so easy and so hard. It only fuels my indecision that sometimes when we're talking, something happens to your eyes. They grow to fill my field of vision, and I want to crawl inside with you and curl up by the fire. And then I almost blurt out something that I shouldn't say, like, will you marry me? Or something equally insane. Of course I always stop myself, of course I'm glad I do. Maybe someday I'll get drunk and sing this song for you. I could fall in love with you so easy and so hard, but I couldn't stand to take the chance I'd ever break your heart. I know there'll be no stopping me if I once let down my guard. I could fall in love with you so easy and so hard. All right.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah. We had just been on a camping trip up to Big Sur together, and we played cribbage and saw some gorgeous things. It was my first trip to Big Sur, which is a magical place. I've been back many times. And so that song started coming to me during the week after that trip, because it became really clear that even though we really adored each other, we would be terrible partners. And I drove all the way back up the Big Sur coastline, all the way to Big Sur itself and beyond, and working on that song. So I wrote that song in the car while navigating all those turns and looking at all those beautiful views. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do that. I just leave the house. I've got a song that I really want to finish, and I either walk or drive until I've got the song done. It's kind of like I can't go home until I've done that difficult but ultra rewarding process. And so anyway, we remained good friends, and it was a very dear friendship, and I'm really glad it remained one. But I started going to this beach every weekend and playing volleyball and meeting all these interesting people from every walk of life. There was one guy that was living there in the beach full time, camping in the bushes, and there was another guy who lived on his sailboat moored offshore, and there was a super successful businessman, and there was a guy who was this famous athlete who played great volleyball. Of course, you really wanted to be on his team, but he was a semi-pro baseball player and a football coach, and everybody. One of the inheritors of one of the heirs to a huge drugstore chain empire, and they're all naked and they're all the same. That's the best thing about clothing optional situations for me, is it's a total equalizer. All of a sudden, all that matters is the person's heart and how they treat other people. So I fell in love with these people, and I wrote the Cove about them. There's a place by the ocean, caught between the cliffs and the tide, a narrow sandy slice of the garden with the rocks on either side. Come and meet me by the water. I'll see you at the edge of the sea. Neptune's son and Aphrodite's daughter, for one day we shall be free. You won't need your suit of armor. You may leave it on the sand. Feel the sun upon your body and the breeze upon your skin. Come and meet me by the waters. We'll gather at the edge of the sea. Neptune's sons and Aphrodite's daughters, for one day we shall be free. Come and meet me by the waters. We'll gather at the edge of the sea. Neptune's sons and Aphrodite's daughters, for one day we shall be free. One day we shall be free. So this big time athlete that I mentioned, who used to go to the beach, he and I actually became good friends. He was my best friend on the Central Coast for a while, my best male friend. And I really admired his life story, because after college and after his semi-pro baseball career stuff, he ended up working at a steel mill and working his ass off. He spent his whole 30s working in a steel mill, and he hated that job. And one day he just sold everything and got in a van and took a couple of philosophy books with him, and he spent 6 weeks driving across the whole United States from Pittsburgh to California, not knowing where he was going, where he was going to land, and reading about the meaning of life. And when he got to California, he found a town that he really liked, got a job as a pool boy. He was cleaning swimming pools. And this totally laid-back existence where he could make good money and outdoors using his powerful body to clean pools, and you know, just kind of dropped his ambitions and became happy. And he ended up, one reason I admired him so much was that he was one of the happiest people I've ever met. He still is. He and I had lunch last year, and he's retiring from his pool boy business at last with a house. And anyway, so this is dedicated to him. It's not directly about his story, but the song was inspired by the life he left and the life he found, just slowing down and finding that life got a lot better. It's called Run That Reaper Down. What's your hurry? Where are you bound? You want to run that reaper down. What's your hurry? Where are you bound? You want to run that reaper down. You think you feel him dogging your heels, hot breath right behind. When you get there, what do you know? He was waiting at the finish line. You want to run that reaper down. You got a 4G cellular phone, you got a pager and a fax machine. You're so connected, you're never alone. You got friends you've never seen. You're so good at getting it done that your workday never ends. You're so busy saving time, you got no time left to spend. You gotta run that reaper down. You got your ticket and welcome aboard. It's the devil's own treadmill. You try and beat it. The faster you run, the thing goes faster still. You keep it turning, and every day you push it just a little more. Before you know it, you're risking your life driving to the grocery store. You want to run that reaper down. What's your hurry? Where are you bound? You want to run that reaper down. What's your hurry? Where are you bound? You want to run that reaper down. You think you feel him dogging your heels, hot breath right behind. When you get there, what do you know? He was waiting at the finish line. You want to run that reaper down. Thanks. I've had to update the lyrics to that many times over the years because of that middle verse that talks about modems and cellular phones and fax machines, and I'm still working on trying to get it up to date, but the technology's moving too fast for me. So in that time period, I was also going through a divorce as I was discovering my new life and raising my son during the school year. Anyway, he was at that time with my wife in the summer down in LA. And during that process, at one point, I said to my wife, and this is a true story, she said to me, "You know, Gary, we were married for 13 years, and you never did write a song about me." And I said, "Well, honey, that's because we're just now entering the songwriting phase of our relationship." And sure enough, I did end up writing this song about her. And it's really the only full-on, sincere breakup song that I've ever written. I've written some funny ones, but I've never written another serious breakup song. So this one is dedicated to my ex-wife, and once again, this is a true story. It's called "I Wish It Were That Easy." I'm working on a recording of it right now, and I recorded, I had heart arrhythmia for years, and I got an operation to fix it, and it fixed it. And in celebration, I put a microphone on my chest and recorded my heartbeat for a minute or two. And I used that heartbeat as the drum track. That heartbeat is the rhythm track for this recording of this song. It goes like this. Had a funny souvenir I carried round with me, a groove around my finger where that gold ring used to be. I noticed just this morning that my finger now was whole. I wish it were that easy to heal what doesn't show. I wish it were that easy to heal what doesn't show. One by one they're wearing out, things we used to share. Flannel sheets, kitchen towels, beat up silverware. I take them back to Goodwill and I go get something new. I wish it were that easy to try replacing you. I wish it were that easy to try replacing you. My friends all try and tell me, and what they say is true. find myself a new love, I'll stop singing songs to you. Love is such a simple thing. When you're falling in, I wish it were that easy. Climbing out again, I wish it were that easy. When you're climbing out again. I wish it were that easy. Thank you. The next song I wrote after I Wish It Were That Easy is a fictional song. There's nothing in it that's true. but it somehow expressed something about my new freedom. The story isn't true, but the feeling of being out of a relationship that I thought was going to last the rest of my life, it is a crazy mix of emotions. I'm very, very sure that most or all of you understand that the level of mixed emotions that comes with that. Because I felt I was elated at the sense of new possibility. There was so much hope and possibility in my life. I didn't have excuse me. I didn't have a new girlfriend, and I didn't for 5 years. It's one of the longest single stretches I've ever had. And I started doing more music and taking up art and working hard in my job and raising my son and traveling. And it was an extremely fruitful and powerful part of my life. And I could sense that coming at that time. And at the same time, I had really loved my wife, and I really thought we were going to be old farts together. And so I was in grief as well. It was this very strange mix. I doubt I'm telling you anything you don't know already. So I wrote this song called Nothing Is Better Than You. It's the only song I've ever written that has a disclaimer in it. Here we go. Nothing is better than you. Nothing, honey, is better than you. Nothing is better than you. Nothing, honey, is better than you. Since you've been gone, I rent a movie. Bring it home and lo, it meets with unanimous approval. Settle down in the beanbag. Who needs furniture? Consider it a simple case of urban removal. Reach for my beer. It's right where I left it. A little stale, but that's okay. It reminds me of you. Don't worry, dear. This song's not about you. I can't resist a clever line, even if it isn't true. Nothing is better than you, my darling. Nothing, honey, is better than you. I used to think you were better than nothing, but nothing turned out to be better than you.